Hi, we have created a project on displaying multiplier output on 4-digit 7 segment display. There is one disadvantage on displaying it on 7 segment. That is, there are only 4 digits available on 7 segment. So if you want to display the input switch state also in 7 segment, so it is not enough. So we have to go for some other way of displaying. Let's say we can display it on 16 cross 2 LCD display, which consists of two rows of 16 characters each. So we can have inputs on first row and output displaying on second row. So it will be very interactive. First, we create a basics of 2 cross 16 by simply displaying some characters on it. Let's create a new project. So LCD of 16 cross 2. The board is Spartan 7. Finish. Okay, let's discuss on that pins of this LCD. LCD consists of mainly that LCD IOs are that register select RS, then read write, then enable and data pins, 8 data pins. So RS is used for selecting the register that either the data is of command or actual data. So it will select whether the data sending on that line is command or data. Then we have a RW read write. So read write is when that this line is low, that it is writing some data to LCD. If this RW is high, it is reading some data from LCD. By default, we keep this line low in a hardware itself, so we don't need to read anything out of this display. So we keep it as low. Then we have a enable. So this is the important signal. Whenever the enable is high, we will send some data and make this enable low and keep the data as it is. After that, we again change this enable state from low to high and send another data and again low. So it's keep on making that enable high to low and send some data. Then we have these VDD VSS or that power supply lines. Then we have VO. This is to control the contrast of this display. Then we have a LED plus minus, that is for backlight of LEDs. So we have a timing diagram here. So this is the timing diagram required for writing the data to LCD. So we have to keep that read write mode to low. So that was already default, it was kept low. The most important part is enable pin. So we have to keep that enable from high and send some data on data bus, and keep that enable should be low and keep the data for some time and again send another data. Like that we have to send the data. Okay, so we straight away move on to writing a code. So create a new code with LCD 16 cross 2. Finish. So this one consists of that clock as an input with LCD register select, RS will be of an output. So all the lines to LCD are out mode. Then we have a LCD of enable. This is also of out mode. Then data of 8-bit 8-bit line which has two modes. One is 4-bit mode and 8-bit mode. We usually prefer 8-bit mode only. So we have that entity created. Next thing we have to do is, what we are going to do is, we are going to simply write some characters of data to LCD. For that we need a array of data that need to be sent. So for that we have to declare some array. That array can be declared using this technique. Type that array name is that range. You have to specify how many data you are going to store it in array. We usually have something like 5 control signals will be there. That is for initializing the data. Then we have that 16 characters of data we are going to display. So 16 plus that 5. So we keep it something like 22 maximum of standard underscore logic underscore vector. Then we have that each data is of 8 bits, so 7 down to 0, right. Next we have to provide that array values that can be of, we can declare it as a signal or we can declare it as a constant. Here I am declaring it as a constant with something like I name it as data ROM. That will be in the type of that array. Then we have the colon equals. Then we have the list of datas. The data will be declared. First 5 datas will be that control data. That is 38, 0C, 06, 01 and C0. So let's check what is the function of these datas. So 38 is for displaying it on 2 lines. We have to send 38 initially. Then we have to send that 0C for keep the display on but cursor off. Then we have a 06 for incrementing the cursor. After every character printed, then we are shifting the cursor to right. For that we have sending 06. Then we have a 01 for clearing the display. If there is any data that was already printed, we should clear the display. So we have to send 01. Then finally we have to choose which row we are going to display the characters. There are 2 rows. You can either send it on any one row or you can send it on both the rows. But you have to, whenever you are writing some data to line 1, then you have to send 80. If you want to write something on line 2, you have to initialize with C0. Here we are simply going to write the data on line 2. So C0 is there. Then after that I simply going to send 16 characters. I am sending the characters from 0, 1, 2 up to hexadecimal value of 16. That I am going to send. That is ASCII value of that. Whatever the data you are going to send, you have to send it the ASCII value. For 0, represent as 0, ASCII value is 30. So like that, for 1, 31, 32 like that. So we have to send each that 30, 31. So I am pasting the code. You can see that it is that this is from 0 to 9. It will display. After that we have a 41, 42. 41 is for A, B, capital A, capital B, capital C. These are ASCII values of A to F. So we have all the arrays declared here. Okay, next what we can do is we have some signals that signal is of enable timing is one signal. This is of we have to declare it as a integer range of 0 to 150. So this is the range of that. For enabling that enable timing, we have this signal. Then another signal will be of, call it as a data position, and this will be an integer of, here it was misspelled, range. This will be in the range of 1 to 22. Okay, save it. Next we have to write a code here that logic, it should be in the process with the clock input, then begin. Here first we declare that rising edge of the clock, then we have to declare enable timing. If it is less than or equal to that 5000, then we have to increment this timer. So previously we can increment the timer if enable timing equals enable timing plus 1. Okay, so if it is less than or equal to that this time, then we can say that LCD enable should be 1. So we are enabling the LCD and sending some data. The data will be assigned with that data ROM. Data ROM of, first we have to take the data position, and then we have to declare that 7 down to 0, because it is two-dimensional array. 7 down to 0. Okay, fine. We keep this LCD enable 1 and send this data. Then we have to provide that else if logic. Here enable timing greater than that 50000, and again that enable timing of less than 100000. Then we have that LCD enable as of 0. So we are making that enable 1 and write some data. Then we are making it as a 0. That on off timing of enable we have created here. Once it reaches that 1000000, then we have to set that count to 0. If that value equals 1000000, then we have to make that enable timing to 0. So this timing is that, so 150 into 10 power 6, the clock of the FPGA 50 megahertz divided by 5, sorry, not 5, that 1000000, which is equivalent of 500. So 1 divided by 500 give us that timing, that is 2 millisecond. Within that 2 millisecond we are enabling that LCD, and after within that time we are disabling it. For 1 millisecond we are enabling the LCD and sending the data. After that we are disabling that LCD. So we say once it reaches that 1000000, it will be reset back to 0, enable timing. And if next we have to identify what is command and what is data. If that data position is less than or equal to 5, then RS will be 0, LCD underscore RS will be 0. Else if data position greater than 5, then we have to make that LCD RS register select to 1. That is for writing data. This is for control, then this is for data. Okay, and if next logic would be, if the data position reaches that last position, that is if data position equals 22, then we have to change that data position back to that first LCD position. Control signals are sent only for the first time. After that we don't require that 5 control signals, so we have to keep the data position, reset the data positions to 5 and repeat that process. And if for every data that is printed after sending control signals, it will print up to 22 data. After that it will be reset back to 5, so again print the data. Then next we have to end that clock, end if, and end process. So we have completely write all the logics. So there is some error on this, I think. So there is no off range, simply range. Then we have to provide this 1 to 22 in a bracket. Its syntax will have array. So type array is ARR is array of 1 to 22 of standard logic vector of 7 down to 0. This is the correct syntax. Okay, save it. Next we assign that constraint files. Again there is some error over it. Yeah, it is of integer, so there won't be any single quotes. Then we have another error. This error is for terminate that if statement. So there is no error right now. We'll create a constraints. LCD 16x2 finish. So constraints, we assign them from that XDC we have. So first thing we have to assign the clock, then we have to assign that LCD pins, the data and LCD enable RS. So we have the same name maintained, data and LCD enable LCD RS. Save it and generate bitstream. Let's analyze the RTL schematics. So this is the RTL schematics created with so many registers, with some mux logic and comparators and adders and logic and ROM. So everything was generated. We can turn on the kit and open hardware, auto connect, program. No display is coming. Let's again check the code. Yeah, there is some mistake that we haven't noticed. So once it is reached this timing, after sending each data, we have to increment that data position that we haven't done. So we have to increment the data position. It should be data position plus 1. Yeah, this is the actual error. So there is no data that is displaying. Generate bitstream and check the output. Okay, now again regenerated that bitstream. Let's do the programming. Yeah, now we can see that data of 16 characters are displaying. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So we have that characters displaying on second row. If you want to display the same character on first row, we have to set that control register to 80 instead of C0. Then if you want to display it on two rows, we have a different logics. We will see those things on next experiment. Thank you.